Hello, love warriors. Hope you guys are doing good. I wanted to share my take on this full moon in Scorpio and my understanding of what was going on through me and my experience at this time. I don't usually do videos like this just because I'm such a novice and amateur in astrology, and I usually get my readings, my astrological readings from somebody else. But I was diving into it in my journal, and I was like, okay, let me share with my audience, with the love warriors in my realm. So this full moon is in Scorpio, like you guys know, and the full moon typically is connected to completion, the end of a lunar cycle, illumination, clarity, a culmination of positive energy, which is the light that we see in its entire fullness after a period of time, which is typically 28 days. So it directly aligns opposite of the sun, creating a sense of harmony and balance in its full potential. So in my school, a spiritual school that I am currently enrolled in, the sun is the feminine and the moon is the masculine. And you will typically see that in the Egyptian hieroglyphs, that the sun is above the woman's head. And that's because it gives life and the woman gives life. And so the moon is a reflection of that light. So it's in connection with our menstrual cycle, because a woman and man come together to bring out all that sexuality. And that sexual energy needs a man to bring life into it. So the moon in the spiritual realm is the man connected to the sun, the sun's energy of giving life. Okay, so that's just side note. So as the moon reaches its fullest potential, its energy intensifies, and so does ours. Where Scorpio is associated with sexual activity, death, and rebirth. Its emotions really run deep, and that's what makes it magnetic. So sometimes you'll see, they're manipulative, they coerce people into doing things, but it's really just their magnetism and how they utilize that energy. So the journey of Scorpio is from dark to light, that recalls power, control, and all that exists in the shadows. And I think it's a really, symbolic. It's a really interesting take on this full moon in Scorpio, because we were taught to fear the dark. Like, there's a monster in your room, or going out in the dark, there's all this fear behind darkness. And so there's this lack of understanding that light only exists because of the dark. Darkness reflects in light through desire, through that echo that you hear. And by repressing those feelings, we can never be true to ourselves because of the fear of what fuels us just being. So by fearing the dark, you're repressing the dark. And so you're never really in your authenticity, because what is fueling that light, the desires that are echoing through that light, are also being repressed. And so that's what I just wanted to share a little bit with you guys, and how you can, since it's that time to release and bring into completion, you can release those fears by journaling. You can release those fears by whispering into water, by burning intentions in fire. And you can release that and become aware of it and go into the next lunar cycle with some insight in what am I repressing and what does it truly say about me.